Warren Mendez, and I'm here in my home kitchen with a recipe that is definitely going to up your midweek meal game. We're going to be making some lamb kofta with a lemon quickle and some feta flatbreads. And those feta flatbreads, I promise, are going to change your life. They're incredibly simple, so don't panic that you're going to be making flatbreads during the week. So first of all, I've got some lamb mince here, so 500 grams of lamb mince. And I'm going to do my quickle first. By the way, a quickle is a quick pickle. But I'm going to use the lemon zest in my lamb mixture, so I'm just going to quickly zest that into the lamb. So the quickle is made up of some red onion and some baby cucumbers. And you could just slice them really thinly, but I'm just going to use a mandolin to make it a bit easier. And then just a teaspoon of salt. You don't need any sugar if you're doing a quick pickle like this. And then the juice of both of those lemons. And just coat everything together. Now back onto the mince mixture. So we're going to let that pickle quickle. I'm going to be using some za'atar to spice this up and give it all the flavor. So this is a Middle Eastern spice which is packed with sumac, oregano, sesame seeds, and a bunch more. And that's going to give a big punch of flavor. And also a teaspoon of salt. A bit of pepper, even though there's already some spice in there. So we're going to be using some parsley leaves as well as part of the dish. But these stalks are beautiful and you shouldn't waste them. So we're just going to chop them finely and add it to the mince. And then just a couple of garlic cloves crushed. And then with clean hands, obviously, we're just going to mix all of this together. And then we're just going to form them into little meatballs using about a tablespoon of mixture each. And then we'll just roll them into balls and get them in the fridge. So you don't have to put these in the fridge, you could cook them straight away, but we're going to be doing our flatbreads anyway, so we'll let them firm up slightly in the fridge while we do that. So onto the flatbreads. Usually I do this recipe with just two ingredients, being Greek yogurt and self-raising flour, and that works perfectly. But we're going to be spiking it with feta, which is going to be beautiful when we cook it in the fry pan. So you can leave it out if you want, but essentially the ratio is a cup of Greek-style yogurt to 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. And then also salt. Now, as soon as that mixture's just come together, I'm going to take my feta and just crumble it in. It can be in still some decent chunks. And then with your hands, gently fold it in so the feta becomes part of that dough. Now we'll turn it out, just get some flour on a clean bench. If you're afraid of it sticking, add some flour and then just make sure all of that dough has been brought together. Now what we'll do is just divide it into 8 and then just working one at a time, just roll out each one, adding a bit more flour just so we're not going to get any sticking. Okay, so with each flatbread, just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and then dump them on top. Cook them for about 2 minutes aside, but give them a little check and they should be nice and golden, and you'll see them puff slightly as well. It's raining. Okay. Feta flatbreads are done. You can keep them warm, as I said. We'll just go straight into the meatballs. I got quite a big fry pan here, so we can cook them all at the same time. So those smell beautiful. Now it's just about eating it. Get one of the flatbreads. A little bit of yogurt. Share those meatballs. And then that pickle is done. A little bit of extra za'atar. Some parsley. Only one way to test them. So there is so much flavor in there. Those meatballs are awesome with those little bits of parsley, and this quickle packs a real punch. But these feta flatbreads I'm absolutely in love with. This is an easy midweek meal and it's definitely going to up your game. So if you want this recipe, head to delicious.com.au.